Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway, and yet not rainy at Bristol Motor Speedway thanks to iRacing. Uh, we are live here as we watch a couple cars out on track getting practice in. 3 minutes left, well, 3 minutes 30 seconds left here in practice. I am going to be joined by Curtis Martin. Curtis, are you with me?
I am with you again.
Had a great race last night. Only two cautions were seen in the Go Fast K&N series. Out of 150 laps tonight, we got 187 laps, so just a little bit longer, about 10 miles longer actually to be exact. Um, will we have wrecks this race?
I think this race, I don't think we'll see a repeat of what we saw last night. I definitely think it's going to be a bit more infested with yellows, having 16 cars that have just been, some of them just been back and forth at each other's throat all practice. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what's going to happen throughout the race, if these guys are going to continue with practice how they have been running, or if it's going to settle down and become a long race.
We had a week off last week due to Easter week. All the drivers was off, and included myself pretty much. Um, but we come into Bristol after Texas with Benjamin Nelson leading currently the standings, and you can see on your board he's leading right now. He's got 3 wins this season. Jeff Wupker is up to second in points, who is not here tonight, I don't think. Anthony Burrows currently third in standings with 1 win. And then a little bit further back, you got Skylar Allen in sixth place. Eric Burley's in fifth. The other two drivers that do have a win, J.R. Smith and Roy Schiavano, who Schiavano is not here tonight. I want to mention real fast that I want to give, just a second, I'm getting a message. I want to give a little bit of, I don't want to say condolences, but thoughts are with Skylar Allen's grandpa. I know that they was really close, and he's been going through some trouble, so, want to give just let everybody know that we are thinking about him here, as always. Skylar right now out on the track as well, not doing the greatest right now where he should be on the leaderboard, currently sitting in a 12th fastest right now. However, looking at the top times in practice, Benjamin Nelson, Burrows, J.R. Smith, your top three. Kim Short is a name we normally wouldn't see up top. I didn't think we'd see it here at Bristol, but is there. Eric Borelli, one I expected to be there. Landon Lacey is on the track as well. Dylan Vose is your top 7. So, we come here tonight in Bristol, 187 laps. Who gets the wins?
I think the winner of this race is probably going to end up being, I think Eric Borelli's going to get it. He was looking really good last night, and he just couldn't keep the car going to get it all the way to the win. But I think he'll be able to do it tonight.
Borelli in that number 14 car. I think that is a very good pick. I kind of want to go with Landon Lacey. I need to make sure he's actually running the race, though. I'm pretty sure he is, but I'm going to go with Landon Lacey to win. If not, you know what? I'm going to go with a little bit further stretch. I'm going to go with Kim Short to get the win if Landon does race or not. But I think Kim would have a good race. Anyway, got about 39 seconds left here in practice. Then we get qualifying underway. We are going to be watching qualifying because I did not join as a driver tonight. Um, so unlike today, with a real NASCAR race, we ain't got to worry about weather, I guess you can say, but we could go ahead and check the weather here anyway. And you can see it on your screen with the track temp and air temp as well. Wind to 8 miles an hour. Also, real fast, Curtis. Sorry, I was looking at something. What do you think as far as we seen the low line last night? Is there a possibility we see that here tonight?
I think there will be a few cars that will try to make the low line work. The fast cars did run their low line off there, so it all depends how many people will use the low line to get whether it will rubber up or whether the high line will get the grip, and most of the cars will run the high line. It'll really depend on where driver preference is going to be.
We've seen a lot of drivers actually run a low line earlier in the session, and it we're expecting it to go back to that. We'll wait and see. Qualifying about to get underway now. Actually, is it going on now? I think it is.
Qualifying has just started.
We will take a look here at the 45 is who we're currently watching right now of Dillabus. And that number 45 Chevrolet about to start his green flag lap, going through 1 and 2. He's actually running a higher line compared to a lot of guys that we have seen. Comes down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4, gets on the brakes just a little bit, running a super high line. We'll watch 1 lap of him, and then we will switch over to Benjamin Nelson once he's out on track, and he is now. Benjamin Nelson in that number 46 car, super fast in practice. We'll see if he's able to do it. He's actually running the high line as well on his first lap, and he's actually going to continue on that high line, which is very odd. I thought we would see him on that lower line, I thought, but apparently I'm wrong. We'll see. Right now, J.R. Smith has the pole. Off turn 4, Benjamin Nelson will go to first place with a 14.621. Now, did he pick up time?
Yeah, I believe he definitely did pick up time. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah, he didn't
as
end
well.
up logging a time for his first lap, so he definitely made up a lot of lost ground with what damage he did take.
Anthony Burrows on his second lap. Now, his actually first lap, actually that was his second lap he just completed. He was way off. He's actually sitting 5th right now with the 14.8. Currently, your second place driver, J.R. Smith, and then Kim Short is 3rd, and Eric Borelli currently 4th. I'm waiting to see if anybody else is out on track that is qualifying. I don't see nobody else yet.
It's looking like the admins are gonna run slower times to be able to watch the races.
Yeah, I would most likely say that.
Kenton Crossland is just rolling out of the pits to start his laps.
We can watch Kenton here, see if he actually does try to get a fast lap down.
And then you got like Prather's, he's gonna run a sandbag lap to start from the back, which could be a good decision depending on where the wrecks are. It could be very deadly. Starting on the back of these, back in this track in these cars is not always the greatest move.
I'm actually working on my ticker right now. I'm not seeing my leader for some reason, but we'll figure it out. And Kenton's actually, I don't know what Kenton's on. He's just going out there getting speed on his tires, I think. But it's kind of weird. All right, here we go. We are about to end qualifying. We got 1 minute 57 seconds left. Getting messages as well. Just looking to see if anybody else is out on track. So I think Skylar hasn't put down a lap yet. Kenton also not put down a lap. Eric Minch not put down a lap. And John Ronaldo has not put down a lap as well, which 3 of them are your admins that Curtis spoke about.
Yeah, it looks like they're all running.
Bristol's a unique track, though. Now, thank you for subscribe, by the way. But I want to mention real fast that although iRacing is one of the best simulations, I guess you could say, out right now, it does not actually reflect on the track at a certain time. Like Bristol added a lower groove to the track, and just because that is added, iRacing has yet to add that. So, but we should still see some low groove racing, like we mentioned earlier, and I expect it. Let us know in the chat who you think's going to win as well, and give us your thoughts on how many cautions you think, Curtis. Let's go. Let's do this. Over under on cautions. Will we have more than 5?
I'm thinking we're gonna have more than 5.
Really?
Yeah,
That's stretching it.
I think this is gonna be a busy race.
I'm going to say we're going to have 5. But I'm thinking the winner of this race will not be who we expect.
Yeah, I could definitely see a driver that has not won a race definitely getting away with this one.
I agree. And nothing against, Benjamin Nelson at all. He's a great driver. I do think he will run into trouble. Whether he wins or not, that's to be seen. But I think he will run into trouble. Skylar actually going out on track now, I thought, and no, he won't, as qualifying comes to an end.
Kenton Crossland will not register a lap. I'm not sure what the penalties are for.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a black flag, I believe. Either way, we're gonna get ready to go here as qualifying wraps
Looking at
up.
the start of the field, I think a big issue that Benjamin Nelson's going to run into is all three JSR cars are within the top five.
Yeah, I agree completely with that. And you know, J.R. Smith is a very good driver. I'm not going to act like he's not. Um, Max Brady thinks Anthony Burrows gets that dub. That's a possibility, though. Anthony's really good. Um,
Yep.
J.R. Smith is a really good driver as well. I mean, we talked about him a little bit before we came on the air. He is a really good driver, let's be honest. I think he does get a little bit too aggressive at times. You know what I mean? And I think it hurts him. Anthony Burrows, on the other hand, is a very good driver. To be honest, he had a chance to win it last night, and you remember that, Curtis, as well.
Yep.
Had a very good chance to win. NASCAR Racing 42 says as well that Burrows gets to win. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's going to be completely honest, I think it's going to come down possibly between a race between him and the 46. Personally, that's my opinion. Um, I don't think we ought to, count, you know, Kim Short out by any means as well. But we'll take a look here
No.
at our grid as I figure out what I'm doing exactly. All right, so we'll take a look here at our grid. Benjamin Nelson, J.R. Smith starting in that row number 1. Row number 2, we got Kim Short and Eric Borelli. Row number 3, we got Anthony Burrows and Derek Rector. By the way, Anthony is faster than what he qualified. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Dylan
Yep.
Vose, Landon Lacey in row number 4. Austin Marion, James Finn, Delaney Dunn, and is that Prater? I think that's how you say his name.
Prather.
Prater.
I think it's Prather.
Okay. Silverthorne? Yeah. John Ronaldo, Eric Minch, Skylar Allen, Kenton Crossland. Rounds out the grid. We're about to go racing here with the 46 of Benjamin Nelson leading the way. As the pace lights are off on the Ford Mustang pace car, I really wish they let us have the truck.
The pace car.
It's not going in. I got lost where we was as well.
Two,
I got lost
to
to where
go.
we was on the track. I forgot, man. This track's so similar.
This track's a two to,
Yeah,
this track's a 2 to green.
and it's so similar, each corner is. So, I mean, pace car about to pull in now. Bring us to the green flag.
Pace car is now, and the 03 will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Benjamin Nelson will not jump right away, but he will get a little bit of a jump on the 03. But the 03 will look to get a push back and may not get it. Oh, he'll get a big push out of turn 2 and get a big power move on Benjamin Nelson. He will run very high into that line and cut down, and will get the lead.
Kenton Crossland had the black flag, by the way. I just want to let them know that was a penalty. He had to start in the pits. And that was a big power move. And yeah, Glock, I figured actually she would be, to be completely honest. I was actually going to get a signed hero card and actually send it to you all, and I forgot all about it. The 46.
Oh, we have a yellow.
Yellow, yeah, you are correct. As Landon Lacey goes around.
It looks like he went into the wall
hard.
He has a lot of front end damage.
We'll see what happens here to the 35 Babe Ruth car. Baby Ruth, not Babe Ruth. Hard into the inside wall, and that is one issue they're going to have. Drivers are going to face it. When I said 5 cautions, I may be wrong. Because we're going to probably see that here quite a bit.
And
a lot
of drivers. Like apparently, there was another wreck. We had the 45 of Dylan Vos, and this looks like
he's actually
one of Tim Short's wheel ended up dying.
Really?
Yep.
Watching the 45 now. Yeah, you see the 01. By the way, the 15 was involved in that. As well as the 01.
Wow, this is a big start.
We mentioned earlier that we expected, somebody up front to have damage, and we're trying to get to that. Here's the 01. The 01's wheel apparently died. He goes into the wall, comes back up, collects. Oh, they also the 14. Was that the 14? Somebody else was. Yeah, the 14. Eric Borelli also got a little bit of door damage from that. So already some big names being involved in a wreck here. Now they'll be able to get a lot of that damage fixed because it wasn't a very, very hard hit, but that was very tough.
That's going to be some significant damage to that 15 car. That's going to take a long time to get that damage knocked out. He's going to be really kicking himself there.
You can see the 15 right here on your screen. He's got a little bit of wing damage as well. Oh, his whole back end is really tore up on that car. Yeah, his whole back end. I don't. Now, what will that actually do, though, at Bristol? I mean, it's not going to affect the car too much aerodynamically, I don't think, because Bristol ain't a very big dynamic aerodynamic track. But will it slow him down some, you think?
I think it will slow him down some, and it might actually promote some wheel spin when he's trying to get out of those corners with those power moves we have seen him use.
Okay, I flipped out for a minute. Delaney Dunn actually led a lap.
Delaney was leading the race, but she will roll it down to the pits.
Skylar Allen takes over the lead. Now this could be big for Skylar. They didn't go many laps.
Yeah, no, the tires are going to be absolutely unworn, and they're not going to have very much fuel used at all.
That's bad. So, Kim, I'm not going to lie. I was pulling for you a little bit in this race. You had a fast car.
Now, my question is going to be with the 51 pitting, six laps in and having that little bit of fuel used, will the extra fuel help in possibly a long run?
Yeah, we noticed last night, we thought that they would only go, 70 laps. I'm come to find out, they went a lot longer.
They ended up having, when they were going to the pits, it was 4.6 gallons.
Now that's a big, of course, horsepower and stuff like that, different cars. But the K&N car is still, it uses quite a bit of gas as well. So we're expecting, that to be just about the same, to be honest. I mean, of course, we're usually wrong when it comes to fuel mileage because we're bad at it. But Skylar Allen will start on the inside. See, to me, I don't know if I would start on the inside. Do they actually have a choice? They do, right?
They do, and this will definitely be a point of where will the low line help, or
we'll find out. Yeah, this is a good test. Test it early on to find out.
Because we did see where the fast line is going to be.
We did see the low line work early in practice. So pace car does pull in. Now he does get to go when he wants.
Pace car will roll in. Yep.
And
green flag for the green. Wow. And he will go about the same
worked though.
This time, and it did work. He did end up clearing Benjamin Nelson in that 46.
Oh man!
Benjamin Nelson will pull a big power and make up all of that lost ground.
Wow, Benjamin Nelson moves into third. Daryl Reckner also holding into third. I'm sorry, and Skylar goes into second place. Right now, the battle is going to be for that second spot as Skylar tries to hold on to it. Here comes the 60 of James Finn looking underneath the 78.
They're getting close off those corners. The 03 will actually thread the needle on the 14 of Eric Borelli and actually take the position away and sit high and possibly get a little bit of damage from the wall.
Yeah, J.R. Smith's got damage as well. Yeah, he's got a lot of right front damage. He's actually hit the wall pretty hard, it looks like.
J.R. Smith is looking to make up as much space as he can to possibly get away from any wrecks with these races going on. And
this is a little bit dangerous right now. If you're JR, if you're Eric Borelli, out there's contact, somebody, 78 gets put into the wall. And did he blow up?
Daryl Rector is into the wall, and
he has. Up. Really? That's strange. He's not going to be happy.
Fragile nose, and that is showing it right there. Yeah. As the 03 will move into third place.
Now James Finn
solidify it.
James Finn did make contact with, that car, so I'm wondering, how happy right now that 78 is, because he was up front, and now we got a battle for second.
Smith will look to the bottom of Skylar Allen, but does he end up keeping it, or does he burn his tires out early on, as we saw last night in the K&N race when Anthony Rose ran Todd Cray down for 3 or 4 laps, and then he just didn't have the tires to keep up.
Hop on board here with J.R. Smith. Looking back, you can see Skylar behind him on the high banks here at Bristol, and J.R. trying to catch. He is running a little bit slower laps currently. Taking a look live at Skylar Allen, also in the car right now in third place. You can see him in the driver's seat working the wheel. Running a little bit different line compared to what we're seeing some of these other guys run, but he's running about the middle of the track. He's not really running super high like some of these guys are.
They're definitely using a bit of a different line, cutting it from high to low, and 14 of Eric Borelli will look between the low on the 60 of James Finn, but will not be able to complete the pass.
Interesting fact, about the 14 car. He was super fast last night. We mentioned it, and he kind of, to be honest, he got caught up in a wreck early on. He was one of the fastest cars we had all night, and I'm not super surprised to see him running well here tonight. Now he is getting passed right now by that 15 of Eric or Anthony Burrows as well on that high side. The 14 may have to choose a different line here because right now on that bottom side it is not working. We are starting to see the
Yes.
high line play a factor.
He's losing a lot of time on that bottom line and it's not working. It looks like Benjamin Nelson will cut in the lap traffic the next few laps under the 51 of Delaney Dunn.
Now you can say what you want. I'm looking at Skylar Allen. Him staying out was super smart. He has not really lost any track position. Still running in third place. Now, given that Burrows is coming up behind him running super fast laps, and he probably will wind up losing that spot. But even if he's managed to hold on to a top five before the pit stops take place and stuff like that, you're going to have to give Skylar a lot of credit for making that decision to stay out.
Yeah, Skylar's been really he's done very well in the K&N series, but he has struggled a bit in the Xfinity series. So it's good to see him
Right.
running a good, solid top five position after he started in 15th and he's running third. He is the fastest mover. The 51 will.
Oh yeah, Delaney Dunn goes around, and she
He
will
blew up.
hold there. Yeah, she is blown up. So that's somebody else went around. By the way, who was that? They was getting ready to pass her to try to avoid her. I seen them spin to the inside right here. We should see it. Okay, never mind. They didn't spin. They were just going down there. I thought I seen a car come spinning in. But yeah, she honestly, to be completely honest, this is not her type of racetrack. You've been working with her,
No.
Curtis, quite a bit. You know, you
Yep.
you helped her, here and there. I agree. Benjamin Nelson is a really good driver. I'm
And
a I'm
they
a
will
huge
bring
fan
him
of
to the
him.
pits 25 laps in.
Now this is a good call. See, this right here's where Skylar works out. Like honestly, it helps Skylar a lot. Now he looks smart for staying out. Sometimes you got to make up your mind if you want to give up track position to come down pit road. He decided track position was more important. As we do watch the race on pit lane, we'll see what
The other three
happens.
taking four tires as well.
Two tire stops possibly later on in the runs, you think, or would you try this early to see what would happen?
I don't think I would try using, and J.R. Smith will come out second after dropping first and letting Benjamin.
Hey, keep talking. Keep talking. Hello. Huh. I'm broadcasting. I only got like 30 seconds on this phone. What do you need? Okay. I don't know what you want me to say about it. Of course you did. Really? Oh, that's so dumb. Who's with you? Wow. That's retarded. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go. His phone's about to die. It's ticking. I love you.
Keeping up there after struggling the last couple of races
You know
and getting
what?
up in
Real
early
fast,
wrecks.
I just want to mention that I completely left my mic on when I was on the phone, and I apologize. So y'all heard me say I love you to somebody, and I feel like an idiot now.
Slow clap.
Yeah. Uh, sorry, guys. That is a great broadcaster. My buttons got turned around on my overlay thing. Now I'm embarrassed, but it got turned around on my overlay thing. Now they flip flopped where they used to be. So
Now it's the field's been changing under the caution, so I don't actually know who's the front row. Because at one point it was Landon Lacey in third, and I'm just gonna have to wait and see how it lines up.
I just feel like an idiot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Usually when I broadcast, everybody knows not to call me because I'm in the middle of this, and I got an important phone call that popped up. So yeah, that's so dumb.
Right, and then Skylar's running fourth after the pit stops.
Yeah, that's a good move for Skyler, though. I
Yeah.
mean, that move to stay out earlier really did pay off for him quite a bit. Let's just be honest. That is our second caution of the night, though, as the Lady Dunn did spin to the inside or the wall and end her night.
It looks like she's getting her damage fixed, so she might not be. It might just be a
That's
soft blow
true.
up.
That's true. Hopefully she's able to come back out and keep
That
racing.
pace car will go in. Benjamin Nelson will not take an early jump. He will actually wait till the green flag, and the 03 will get a little bit of a push and then
wheel
spin
spin.
it hard.
Yep, wheel
Anthony
spin or
Burrows
something.
will push into second place, and the 03 will have to make up a lot of time.
Yeah, he got a bad. I don't know. It looked like wheel spin. Did somebody get into the back of him?
Yeah, he got a little bit of a push
Okay.
coming out of that grouping, which got him a little bit looser than he wanted to be. And the 15, Anthony
Yeah,
Burrows
we're
will
gonna have
get
a
a
battle.
lot of ground gained, and there will be a battle for first place. And he'll run it right low out, which is not great for the tires, but great for speed, and he could be able to get a little bit of a power move on Benjamin Nelson early. But Benjamin Nelson's not going to give him anything line-wise, and he'll keep that high line going and keeping those runs out. And Anthony Burrows will have to keep trying to cut away at that and make Benjamin Nelson make a mistake. And J.R. Smith's position is actually being contested by the 14 of Eric Borelli. 03 gets into the wall, and Borelli has to check up, forcing him to take the low line. The 03 will push down the line and get a little bit of power move out.
You can see the 03 of J.R. Smith. He is running a little bit slower than Borelli right now. We'll see how patient this 14 car will be with the 03 car. Skylar Allen back to 5th place now. But honestly, let's just be honest. Skylar just needs a good finish.
Yeah, he's been looking great at this track. He's not normally a short track driver.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well. We talked to him at Martinsville. I think, was it Martinsville? I don't know. I can't remember where it was. And he said he's not a big fan of certain, short tracks, and this was one of them. So
he's definitely been looking very good and hasn't been showing any signs of making any real errors so far in the race, keeping that car pristine and out of wrecks, where some people already have minor or major side damage, which could push their cars down even slower as these tires start to wear and make them very loose off these corners. And the 03 will get into the wall again twice. The 14 gets sideways.
Oh, man. Hold on to it. Good save.
And he did. Oh, we'll have a car spinning. It'll be John Lenrando spinning into the inside wall, but he'll keep the car running, and there will not be a yellow as
He
of
followed the 14 right
like
into the same way, to be honest. John Renata, and now he's getting ready to go a lap down. You can make sure you check out Down to Mike's, by the way, which is in North Carolina. So if you're up in North Carolina, check out Down to Mike's. They are a sponsor of the Truck Series here for the Go Fast guys as well. So, little shout out.
It looks like Anthony Burrows has changed up his line just a little bit to try to match Benjamin Nelson, to try to keep his tires a little bit more.
What's interesting between this, though, honestly, is both these guys. It's going to be so tough to pass on that low line. The 15 who is going to have to do that pass. I just don't know if you'll do it. We're really going to see how these tires are going to hold up. I mean,
and that low line at this moment being still early in this race, there is not much rubber put down there, and it is eating up those tires. As you can see,
he's trying.
He's really trying to get down there, but his tires won't stay. He's
faster
looser and looser.
Yeah, he is faster. But the thing is, I mean, Benjamin has the preferred line right now, and it's going to be so tough.
We'll have another yellow. It'll be the 00 actually getting into the wall alone, and he will blow up.
00 is Eric Minch, who was actually running fairly decent at the time this happened.
See what happens. And yeah, he will blow up.
Yeah, you can see him, and that's going to put it into his knot, most likely, unless he's able to get up there and try to get that damage fixed, but he's still going to be a lot of damage. I want to tell you who I think was happy to see this caution. Honestly, I think it is the 03 as we see these guys coming down pit lane.
J.R. Smith is going to be looking at this with a bit of a smile. He was trying to keep up, but after that wheel spin, he was having some issues staying up with the field. I think his tires were just a little bit too cold for his liking. He ended up burning them up a little bit more than he wanted. And now he'll get a second chance running the inside.
Race off pit road.
Benjamin Nelson.
Burrows takes the late race off pit road to 46. Oh, what happened? Hold on. I don't know what happened.
Get a speeding penalty.
That's what I'm thinking. I think he may have.
I think he did.
He
Let's
was really
actually,
pushing it, and it was weird because the 46 really slowed down, exiting
yeah,
pit road.
yeah. It looks like he only cut up to 37, but he may have gotten a speeding penalty for it. So we'll have to see as the field filters itself out if he actually got
I don't think he
the
did.
black flag. It doesn't look like it. It looks
No,
like Nelson just beat him off
I'm gonna.
pit road.
Uh, oh gosh, Marty. Uh, oh man, sorry guys. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
The three of Skylar Allen, or the three, the 96 of Skylar Allen has we're both embarrassing ourselves tonight. I just want to point that out. The 96 Skylar Allen does come out in third place. That was our biggest mover on pit road, and it does help him bid. He will be able to time the leader's restart as well. Borelli does come out in fourth. The one that lost the most time was J.R. Smith, getting a lot of that damage fixed. He was on pit road. His stop was a total of 22 seconds. John Ronaldo had a 20-second stop, so a bunch of guys getting some damage repaired. I'm just looking. The fastest stop of that was Skylar Allen with a 13.4.
Yeah, and that extra damage time J.R. Smith down has pushed him back from third to eighth. Now, he has been a fast mover through this field, so I don't think it'll take him long to actually be able to get back to the top three. The problem is, might he take damage pushing his way through the field? Because he's been moving through the field quickly as when we've seen him fall back a little bit.
Hey guys, I think one of the broadcast mics was a little low. I did turn it up. I think it was just Curtis. I had it down just a little bit too low. Um, so it should be good now. Kenton Crossland's going to get the wave around. He actually was just on pit road, by the way, before that caution came out.
We'll bring him double file once again for, I believe, third time this race.
It is our third caution. And just so everybody knows how many laps are actually left, I actually didn't have it up. 140 still remain here. Out of the schedule, 187 laps. So yeah, you're going to be right about the cautions, I think. I want to be wrong.
Unless we can get a good long run in,
Which
I think the
is
cautions
not
will.
far. It's not far from happening.
No.
I mean, it's
a
been
long
close
run, I think we will get one long run, but green flag stops, that might be a little bit of a push, and the pace car will go in. Benjamin Nelson will wait, and the 15 will actually take advantage of that jump and actually possibly take the lead, but the 46 will contest with that low line.
I'm curious though, why are some of these guys waiting so long? I mean, I don't know.
I think these guys, a lot of these guys are going to wait till the last 50 laps to actually start going, because this is an unpredictable racetrack to where rubber will be and where the fast lines will be, and the wrecks are absolutely explosive.
And it may be something that they're worried about wheel spin. We did see the 15 of Anthony Burroughs take the lead. I want to mention Skylar Allen actually fell from third to fifth now. J.R. Smith is our biggest mover currently. He actually was 8th place, and now he is up to the 4th position. So he is really on a move, working behind the 14 of Eric Borelli, one of our closest
And Borelli's
battles.
going to make him fight for every inch for that third position. Borelli is not one to give up anything, and the 03 will take the low line and contest the position. But will he get the run out he needs? And it doesn't look like he will, and he'll have to file back in behind the 14.
That's what's unique about Bristol. And of course now with the low line they're putting in on the track and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit different. You just seen the 23, by the way, who did have a soft blow up, is back out on track. I believe
it's good to see some of these guys who did run into issues getting their cars repaired and keep running them around the track.
You're still looking at a good finish. I mean, seriously, you never know what's going to happen. Landon Lacey right now is also out on track. He had trouble early. He's one lap down right now. First one on. If a caution comes out, he's going to be your lucky dog.
And you have a big battle right now between Eric Borelli and J.R. Smith, and actually there will be a little bit of contact. That will put Borelli sideways.
Oh, nope, not just yet. He's going to have to go. No caution will fly.
That's going to put him back a lot of positions for that one. And J.R. Smith will take third with what seems to be very, very little damage. There will be another yellow.
What are these yellows for? I don't see anybody. Oh, the 65. In that
65 and 16.
Car.
Kenton Crossland involved. Crossland has some major front end damage to that car.
The 65 just gets loose running the high line, which is kind of weird. And Kenton had nowhere to go and gets into the side or back end of the 65. And it does look like Kenton is able to keep continuing on, but got to be very disappointed. If you don't know
Is it gonna?
Kenton, I'm sure he's screaming his head off right now.
He's definitely wasn't looking for this as a return to go fast.
Yeah,
He wasn't looking for this kind of a run to happen to be having to fight for every lap, and now
I
he has
agree.
major front end damage. So the question now is, will his radiator hold or does he blow up?
One of the biggest races we've seen, or one of the biggest moves just now we've seen was Landon Lacey. He actually does get to win off pit road. Right there, actually, the oath. I know what the 45 just did, or 46. He's counting cars when he exits pit road.
Yep. Looks like he's trying to get out on a certain line.
Yeah, he don't want to be. He looks like he was going to lose the race off pit road and come out second. I think he may have sat there and actually let one of the cars go around him. Now, wait, is J.R. Smith actually the leader?
J.R. Smith is, as it shows right now, J.R. Smith is our leader.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I thought.
Along with he will start with his teammate beside him, Anthony Burrows, with the second row being Benjamin Nelson and Skylar Allen, making his way up to fourth, keeping this run alive.
Let's actually pull in Skylar and talk to him if he's. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can actually talk to him. I don't think. Hold on. Hope yeah, I can. Hey, Skylar, you got a copy?
Hey Adam, what's going on, man?
Man, you're looking good out there tonight. I know you're not a big fan of short tracks, and I don't want to jinx anything because usually I always do jinx you somehow. What's been the key so far for you?
Track position, man. Just early on, got some track position and was able to kind of hold on to it and avoid some of the calamity that's happened so far.
Well, you're doing a good job on keeping that car clean. I know you're not a huge fan of certain short tracks. You think you got anything to possibly get up there and try to contend for a win tonight?
It's possible. Still kind of holding back a little bit, just trying to get to the end. We still got 127 laps to go, so it's going to be a long race, and feels good to be back in the car after a long off wait.
For sure, man. Want to let you know we are thinking about your granddad as well, so get up there and try to win one.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks,
Okay.
Curtis.
Yep. Have a good race.
That was Skylar Allen. Just heard it from him. And honestly, yeah, we use this as, relaxation for us, as iRacing and stuff like that. But to be honest, you got to give Skylar a little bit of credit for even thinking about racing. I know my grandparents passed away a few years back, and it's really tough. And his hadn't passed away, thank gosh. I'm not saying that, but even when they're sick and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you still gotta.
just the thoughts going through your head while running those laps can be hard.
And the
But
last
he's
thing,
been really looking good so far, despite
Yeah.
everything.
exactly. The last thing you're really thinking about is online simulation. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And the 03 getting ready to go.
They'll run it all the way, and the 15 will actually get a good jump on the 03, and they'll be battling for first place actually very hard through this turn 1 and 2, and the 03 will push up a bit, and they'll get very close together. And
Wow, the
15 will get a
03
little
ran
bit
to
of
15 into the wall a little bit there, it looked like.
That was an interesting little
Yeah,
run there. And the
that's
15
two
will lose a
teammates.
lot of position.
That is two
It's
teammates.
really showing that teammates that will race hard, and the 03 will get into the wall.
Oh, yeah, the 03
and
hard
Benjamin
into the wall.
Nelson will make some great use of that time lost to actually retake the lead and put a little bit of a fight to the 03 of J.R. Smith.
Now,
J.R. Smith's not looking for second. He's definitely looking to lead as much of this race as he can take.
just out of curiosity for you, I want to ask your opinion on that. He did run the 15 up the track. We know that. We've seen it.
Yep.
Is there a fine line where you think, he's my teammate, I got to lay off a little bit, or are you really going all out?
46 is into the wall.
Well,
Give the
15's
03 a bit of
around.
a chance, and they will tag.
15's, he don't get into the wall, but a caution will come
Ooh.
out. He just tagged it just a little bit. But back to my point,
It looks like he net-coded into Borelli.
we'll look at the replay real quick as well. Yeah, there was netcode involved, 14 and 15 both. That's 15 barely
Borelli
gets into
have
the
it.
wall.
Borelli will have a little bit of front-end damage from it, so let's see if that will affect his long run.
But back to my question, what is that fine line as we're watching pit stops now? What is the fine line of that, you think? I mean,
I think it's good to race your teammates and have some good healthy competition. It definitely shows the skill of the drivers and how much trust you have with them. But I mean, putting your teammate in a dangerous situation that close to the wall, that's where it gets to a little bit of a fine line.
Right. Good call to stay out here for
will
Skylar.
Stay out. Yeah, I think it will be a good call. I think he's banking on a little bit more yellows, and his tires, he hasn't been burning them up.
Yeah, he said he was taking care of his car a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the good move, keeping in front of everything and let the wrecks happen. Get it down to the last 50 and bring it home. If his car can stay clean, it'll be one of the fastest on track, and the more he can save, the better his car will be in the long run.
I was just reading some of the chat comments. That is...
Delaney Dunn's back on track.
That's good. By the way, that is...
You get her damage.
One more caution, and I'm wrong about the yellow. I just want to point that out. I thought we would have 5 or under, and so far we're at 5. So one more caution, and you're going to be correct on whatever you choose.
I stepped out on a limb there thinking, no, it's not going to happen, but you know what?
Because these guys are really clean racers. Most of them are.
Oh, they're very good racers, and as we've seen it time in and time out, they bring a huge race.
We thought last night would be more, honestly, and we come to only find out there was only 2 last night, which was very impressive for the K&N guys.
And it'll be a new front row for this race. It'll be Skylar Allen and James Finn, followed by Benjamin Nelson, Silverthorne, and 5th is Eric Borelli. J.R. Smith sitting 6th.
You know, Skylar's sitting 16 points right now. He actually gained 3 points after Texas 2 weeks ago. Eric Minch, who's in this race, Skylar can actually move up quite a few spots in points, even if he's finished the top 5 here. So, I think this is a good call for him to stay out. He has stayed out, and this will be his 6th lap lead right here. So, you got to give Skylar a little bit of credit on making a decision to stay out.
His pit strategy's definitely been on point. It's kept him up in the top 5 through most of this race, and he dropped only, I think, a low of 6th in these runs since the start.
As the pace lights are off on the pace car, we'll be going green this time.
There's going to be probably a little bit more care taken between these new guys, so they're not going to be used to the jump on this track. There possibly could be some wheel spin, maybe not. Maybe we'll see a
That's true.
close jump, and the pace car will go in. Will Skylar use that restart zone? No, he will not. And
Now
he'll get a jump.
He does it just a little bit earlier that time. Yeah, he does a little bit
just
earlier.
Just a little bit. And Benjamin Nelson will actually look to the inside and use a bit of an inside power move.
Big wreck behind him.
Oh, 60 is involved. 03
JR's,
getting a little bit of
65
that. And 65
hard into
getting into it too.
And caution flies 65. Looks like he may have blown up. Looks like J.R. Smith may have helped James Finn around. However, that's what happens when you run 3 wide.
3 wide's a dangerous position on this track.
May have possibly came down a little bit on the 03. We're waiting to see right now. 3 wide right here through turn 1 and 2 with the 14. Yeah, I believe the 60 may have came down just a little bit and got into the nose of the 03. The 03's got all kinds of right front damage. He's had that almost all night. Every time we see him, he's getting the damage beat out of that car. And you see him coming back down pit road now, along with Landon Lacey, who's now up to 7th, by the way. Who was your pick to win this race? I can't remember.
My pick to win the race has been Eric Borelli. He's sitting 3rd right now with some front damage, but he's been running a very quick race and trying to keep it as close as he can to the front of the field, not letting any space between him and anyone in front of him, which is something we have not seen from this field.
Out of the current drivers out on track, Borelli has the 2nd fastest lap to Benjamin Nelson. Right now, the best lap. You can see it popping up on your screen once I pop it up there, I guess. Anthony Burrows. Hold on, I lied. Anthony Burrows has the fastest lap with a 14.810, and then it's Benjamin Nelson with a 14.861, and then it's Eric Borelli with a 14.893. And we have had 6 cautions now for 26 laps, so I was wrong, and I hate saying that. But so far so good for Skylar Allen. Everything's working out, and also, wow, the 99 is currently up to fourth as well. I haven't really spoke a lot about him tonight, but you can see him running the. I guess you could say that's a Ron Blaney top paint scheme. Um,
Yeah.
he started
That
up in
is his
12th and
style.
fourth, so he's actually gained
He's
8
at a
spots.
plus 8.
Yeah,
He's a
not bad
big
at all.
mover through this field, but I think the best mover right now is Skylar Allen,
Yeah, I agree
starting
completely.
15th, and he's up in second. He's been up there
13
the whole
spots,
time.
and has a few laps led as well.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens on it. Skylar said he was like kind of sandbagging a little bit. I still think he may be, you know, but if he is, honestly, these guys may need to watch out because if he could keep his car clean, these guys may have somebody else to contend for the win.
If this has been him just taking it easy on the car, I'm afraid to see when he's going full bore. He's been running very close times to the others, and if he's just taking it easy, what has he got under there?
Yeah, I agree completely. Because, I mean, being up that many spots is definitely not a bad call at all. I'm trying to see real fast where do we actually go next week. I believe it's Richmond, I believe. I want to make
Base
sure.
lights are off. Gonna wait for the front stretch for the pace car to go, and we'll get another green flag.
Next week, guys, we go short track showdown for disabled military veterans racing. That actually is a sponsored race, and then we actually go back to Talladega and the same sponsor as well. So should be some fun racing. Short track again, Richmond and
And the
Talladega.
pace car will be in, and Benjamin Nelson will roll it all the way for the green flag, and Skylar Allen will be ready for it and
Oh,
actually get
Skylar,
good
what a
jump.
jump!
And he won't completely clear the 46, but he'll 46. Wow, dumping
Yeah, he definitely full
huge through
throttle.
that
Oh,
corner.
contact!
And
And
Who
Landon
was it?
Lacey may have gotten into
Braither
I want
Silverthorne
to
with
say
some
Ryan Blaney, but I
bad
forgot his
rear
number.
damage.
99, and I think there will not be a caution. It looked like that. Honestly, it looked like the 99 possibly just came up onto him just a little bit. But we got a battle here. Landon Lacey battling for the 4th position, takes that away from Anthony Burrows. J.R. Smith now all in the back of the 35. Also up front, you see Skylar Allen battling. We got battles all over the track from second on back. And I'm trying to see if Skylar will give up his second spot as well. So far, so good. Skylar takes second completely away from 14. Here comes Landon Lacey looking to the high side of the 14 and the run, and he will move into 3rd place to 03. Thought about making it 3 wide. He's going to decide to back out of that. And
he's going to run it out and get a little bit of a draft from Landon Lacey, leaving Borelli high and dry down on that low line. Just got to keep moving. Low and dry.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit of a bump there from the 03. Now this right here is where racing's good.
Yeah, it's getting really close. There's a lot of movement. There will be
03.
contact to the 14.
03 may have moved to 14 out of the way, and Eric Borelli will go around hard into the wall. He's not going to be happy about that.
And the 03 did make a lot of contact with the 14 there, trying to keep his car from going into the wall.
We're going to see.
And the 03 will suffer an EOL.
Yeah, I agree completely. The 14 is not going to be happy. He's going to try to catch up to the back of the field. I don't think Borelli will do anything, under caution, but you still got to keep it on it. We are going to get a replay of that wreck. I just want to make sure everything's going to be good with that before we go back and get that. And he is slowing down, so we'll go back and get a replay of this wreck. You see the 03 above. Yeah, and he came straight down onto the 14 and sends the 14 around.
And J.R. Smith was actually removed from the server.
Wow. All right, guys, we're going to step away for a break. We'll be right back.
Get ready, going green. Green, green, green.
We're back here at a heated Bristol Motor Speedway. What else is new? Up front, I do want to mention Skyler actually did pit, and I think that's a good pit by him, by the way. He only went back to 5th place, as a lot of cars right now a lap down. Your pole, or your first place guy right now is James Finn. We'll see if he's able to keep that, which is weird, by the way.
Another new one.
Who is it?
James Finn leading, and he's another new leader we haven't seen in this race. Yeah. Landon Lacey up to 3rd.
Got to keep an eye on him as well. Green flag's out, and the 15 gets it to the back of the 46 just a little bit. And it looks like James Finn able to take that spot away. Here comes the 46 with that high line speed. He's going to take away first place, along with his teammate Anthony Burrows coming up through the field as well. We'll see what happens.
Looks like the 60 will lose control. Will he save it along the bottom? It looks like he will.
Good save. Yeah, he got a little loose on the exit. Save. That was a great job of Landon Lacey, by the way, backing off that. Because he actually almost got into the back of him and spun him all the way around.
It looks like Skylar Allen will look the inside of Landon Lacey, but he won't be able to run it right in there. He's going to back it off as Landon cuts down to that low line to get that run off the track.
All right, guys, we're going to crank it up. Back here at Bristol, I hope y'all enjoy the crank it up channel. We're sitting here watching the top battle right now between Skylar Allen and Landon Lacey, really going at it. They've been pretty much side by side and everything else but in the wall with each other over the last couple laps. Waiting to see what happens with this as this battle continues. Skylar right now sitting in 4th place, Landon has 3rd, and Skylar's been running a lot lower line than that 35, trying to make the pass. He's actually been a little bit faster than Landon the last few times, but unable to make that pass on the bottom, Curtis. As Curtis apparently not there.
Sorry, I am there. These high lines are
what he did.
These high lines are definitely faster. You can be faster down the straightaways, but those high lines are the place to be in the corners.
You're out of breath and everything. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was speaking through that whole thing.
That makes sense. He had his mute on, apparently.
Yeah.
A little bit further back, Eric Borelli about to be passed by the 01, who is a lap down, by the way. Kim Short back out on track. Good to see Kim back out there fighting for everything they can get.
Yeah, he was looking really good on the track until his wheel ended up actually dying. He got it reconnected and working, and now he's back 79 laps down, but still really not backing down from a couple laps. Oh.
Have you ever had your wheel die? I've actually had it happen 2 occasions.
I have actually never had my wheel shut down during a race.
I've had what happened was once it came unplugged and I lost completely force feedback. And it messed me up because you know what force feedback does.
Yep.
And, it messed me up. And the second time it actually unplugged from the wall. I actually hit the cord, or my dog hit the cord or something. I don't know what happened, but it unplugged from the wall and the whole wheel shut off. And that was bad. I've also had it pop off from the desk.
Wow, and Borelli is actually running in 4th.
Yeah, what happened to Landon? Oh, he actually...
Looks like he might have gotten into the wall a little bit there.
Nose damage as well.
Looks like the 51's going to be caught, and he'll actually make some big contact with Skylar Allen.
Yeah, the lightning gun. That was weird. Skylar with a little bit of damage now. Not much on the nose, but
enough to do
just a
some
little
damage.
bit. Yeah, just a little bit. We'll see if that affects the car whatsoever. It may wind up heating that car up just a little bit, so he may be spending a few extra seconds on pit road if they have to.
Like Anthony Burrows will get a run, but he'll have to back off. The 23 was a little slow running out of that corner, and he'll lose a lot of time on Benjamin Nelson. They'll be catching a lot of lap traffic at this point, as they will cycle through the field, and it will make it very hard for Anthony Burrows to make a move around, as he can't power out of the bottom like he has been trying.
We're riding on board with the 15 right now. You can see how much he's really working that wheel and where they're running. He's actually running a little bit lower on exit compared to Benjamin Nelson. Now, it seems to me like he's actually doing this on purpose. When he dives it down to the bottom like that, it seems like he's trying to get the run out and gain a little bit of speed. So we'll see if it helps him later on in this run.
He's definitely getting the runs out of the corner, but what that's going to do, it's going to end up burning your tires out by crossing over where the rubber is going to be and where it isn't. So if he can't make a move in the next 10 laps, is it really going to take its toll?
Looking right now, the lap times have really fallen off compared to what they've been running. 14.8 is Anthony's fastest lap, but now they're running 15.3, so that's a big difference here. And I actually heard, to be honest, this was actually during the NASCAR Cup practice. Jeff Gordon actually spoke about this today. It may not seem like a huge fall off, but it is actually equivalent to what would happen if you fell off at Texas when you lose like 7/10. That's the big difference in this short track speedway track. It feels like that's how much speed you're losing, and I didn't actually ever think of that, but it does make a little bit of sense. That's exactly what it feels like compared to some of these guys on older tires.
Benjamin's gonna make a pass on a lap to cars low this time by, but he will not get the speed as the tires are running out. And
that is Kenton Crossland. Now
15
Kenton's actually
will
running
make
the right
a little
line.
bit of run.
To be honest, the lap cars can go anywhere they want to. It is the leader's job to pass.
Yeah, this is a two-lane course. Yeah. You can pass either way, so the lap cars don't need to worry about where they have to be, and the 15 will actually run even with Benjamin, and they're going to run very close times. So we'll see how long this goes before they end up falling off on tires. Because running side by side is very stressful on those tires.
The 46 was able to pull back ahead, running that higher line. I want to say Skylar Allen still running in third. Yeah, still running in third. His lap time's still faster. Actually, his lap times are just about dead even with our leaders. Benjamin last time ran a blazing lap, so I'm not going to compare it to that.
15.3 compared to Burrows with 15.5.
Yeah, and Borelli now a little bit faster last time by for Skylar Allen. Somebody I've noticed that is way off pace. Did he disconnect his Landon Lacey?
Landon Lacey did just disconnect from the server.
Wow.
That'll be another driver added to the list.
There's a possibility he could have gotten by the wreck we did not see. I don't see
it. Is entirely possible. I can actually take a look. Oh, we will have a caution.
We do have a caution.
Looks like it will be the 60 of James Finn spinning out off the corner, and he'll actually take some contact from the 15 of Anthony Burrows, giving him sufficient left front damage.
See right there. Waiting to see what happened. Does he have help? Running right in front of the 99 car. I know he just lost it in the corner. Actually almost saved it, and he spins it back around in the middle of the track. The 65. Oh yeah, the 15 did get a little bit of damage, you're right. That means the free pass will go to the 99 of Silverthorne. There's not many cars on the lead lap right now.
Oh, we have, it looks like the same effect as what happened in the K&N race.
You're right.
The slow battle of attrition on lapped cars, and that damage is, on these long runs, is really slowing down a lot of these cars.
Honestly, who needed this caution was Skylar. He's going to pit. He actually stayed out right now, but he will pit, I believe, and fix that front nose damage a little bit. I'm pretty sure, but we are seeing a different type of Skylar. Skylar's being very
He'll run
aggressive.
a fake and we'll stick in position.
Skylar
He's been very aggressive, which is something we have not seen out of him lately in this series. He's been showing every reason of why he's one of the top drivers in here.
And I think it's a good call
board
for him, though. I think he needs to be that aggressive, and you can kind of see it.
Yeah, he was really looking like going back to Texas. He was taking it easy at the beginning, and he just ended up losing control and gotten a wreck with another driver in his car. He couldn't get the car, but coming back, it looks like a whole new different side of him. Looks like he finally was like, okay, this game isn't working. We're gonna change it up.
So Benjamin Nelson's running double duty right now this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, he's actually running the Nürburgring 24 hours as well. Wow.
Wow, that's a big.
A lot of racing, man.
Yep.
And I've done
Those
24-hour
races are nothing to mess around with. They tire you out.
I'm telling you, you get wore out running them things. I know my team, the CFR, we ran Daytona, and we ran Sebring as well, and plus we're planning on running a couple more. We didn't run Nürburgring this time just because we're bad at it. But that's work. I mean, it really you are mentally stressed after running a road race for that long.
Especially when you run into those times at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It'll get very stressful. And Benjamin may have, we don't know after this race, he may have a 2 a.m. stint that he has to go to sleep and wake up for.
I'm not gonna lie, that is absolutely horrible feeling. Especially, we use TeamSpeak to communicate. That's what everybody's in right now. And usually around, like you said, around 2 or 3 a.m. when people are just not wanting to talk, I've seen drivers literally fall asleep while driving.
Yep, drivers fall asleep on the wheel and downhill, wreck.
Luckily not on my team, but,
Has happened. It's not something that's entirely foreign to this.
Yeah, about J.R. Smith, the reason I'm not going to go into detail about it. We have learned that he did get removed from the race. Not only after the EOL, he got an EOL, and I guess something happened during that, and he was removed from the server. So, pace car is pulling in. We are about to go back green. Only 65 laps remain here. 64, to be honest.
Race is really getting down to the final lap, and this field's just getting closer and closer, and it's making them a lot more racy. And as we're seeing Borelli really trying to work and actually he'll spin out and get around into Skylar.
Oh man, 14 flipped. And that will bring out a caution. Yeah, I don't know.
Net code, another net code.
That's 2 net codes we see with the 14 involved. Yep, net code was there. As we're going to actually hop on board here with Eric Borelli. It should be a fun ride. Running on board with the 14. Oh yeah, that was fun. Holy cow.
Yeah, that made me feel a little dizzy.
I just want to say, by the way, I found out that Nelson has done a 4-hour stint already, and he's going back for more right after this race. For the Nürburgring 24. And
even
Nürburgring
more.
is a long track, man. That is a tough place to race.
I think it was 153 corners for that whole track.
Insane. Like, gosh almighty, man. And
you don't master that track, you master the sector.
Yeah, and it's not, exactly. And it's not your normal flat, road course that's flat. I mean, it's got elevation changes, long straightaways, sweeping left and right corners that's really tight. I mean, it is a tough place, especially when you're racing them in GT3 cars. It is very tough. You really need to have a good setup to be able to run that place. I love it, though. I actually like the track. I love it in the Porsche. I mean, it is so much fun.
We'll have James Fenn will take the Lucky Dogs. We'll have the top 5 on the lead lap.
That's impressive, man. James Fenn is looking for a big finish here, though. I want to look real fast at his actual stats. He hasn't done the greatest this season. I'm looking now to see. Actually, you know what? I don't think he has not even done. It's actually his first Xfinity race. I'm trying to make, no, never mind, I lied. It's actually his 5th, but he's 12th in points. He has only had 1 top 5, so he's got a chance at a top 5.
If he can keep his car
I want to be honest with him,
I think he'll be in the top 5.
And honestly, is Kenton Crossland up to 6th place right now.
he's been down a lap from the get-go with that penalty from not being able to qualify, but he's been just keeping it together, not getting involved in any wrecks, and just moving through the field as they wreck.
So you can actually link that if you want, if you wish. I mean, I don't mind that. You can watch it in there to it on YouTube. And he is driving the Porsche this year, so cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out right after this. That'd be cool to see. Give me something to watch tonight when I'm laying down. Because I'm not going to stay up 24 hours watching it.
No.
I'm supposed to be going to a Bristol race tomorrow, but that probably ain't going to happen with all the rain coming in, so.
Yeah, and Prather's still, he ran into a little bit of issues as we saw earlier, but he's got that damage fixed and he's ready to go for...
And it's okay if you can't top.
60 more laps?
I can't top. 59 laps, we're going to 58 to go. I can't top as well. I had no excuse for it, I'm just bad at topping.
I'll be Burrows leading Benjamin Nelson to the line as we stack them up. And the pace car will go in. And Anthony Burrows will wait for the green flag, and they will get a good even jump into the running into turn 1. And Burrows will get a little bit of a lead jumping in, but the 46 will get a big run off that high side and actually look to the inside of Anthony Burrows, and he will overtake the position. Nope. No.
Never mind.
There's some interesting early runs right now.
You know, I'm going to be honest, Skylar just now, he had a great run in 3 and 4 last time. I'll see if he can do it this time. Skylar's looking really racy tonight.
Yeah, it's been a whole different driver the entire night.
Yeah. Because that's something we have yet to do this season. We have yet to interview Skylar in a top 3 position.
He's been really hungry to get himself a nice finish after what happened at Texas, having an early wreck and being out of the race.
And I mean, if he can keep his car clean, and he may not be out of this race. We don't know what's going to happen between the 46 and 15. They're racing super aggressive right now. 15's in a wall.
Yeah, 15's in the wall hard, and he'll lose a lot of time.
Yeah, he will give up that lead.
Now we could see a long run, the tires go, and the 50 and the 46 end up having a little bit of an incident, and maybe Skylar...
Real fast, are you seeing James Finn a lap down? I'm seeing him a lap down.
I'm seeing James Finn a lap down.
Okay. So if a caution comes out, he will be our lucky dog, depending on what happens, you know, if we stay green and whatnot and all that, so...
Yeah, it's looking like his damage is he's having a lot of issues keeping a high speed going to the corner, so it might be an issue with a bit of his dynamics.
Right now, and also you see Austin Marin back out on track right now. He's actually going to gain a couple spots here. He is going to overtake Landon Lacey here in just a few laps now. 60, by the way. What happened to him? He was really all paid. I think he spent. Yeah, he lost it again through the corner. He was able to save it. He actually did not overcorrect that time, which is what happened last time. So James Finn really in trouble right now as he's about to go a lap down, I believe.
2 laps down it will be.
Yeah, he's not far. They're actually on the same straightaway, I believe. 46 and 60.
They're really chopping that time off between that 60 car, and time is running out for staying between that 1 lap down. So he's either going to need to find a line that works with this car, because the 50 Benjamin Nelson and Anthony Burrows have found their lines, and they're looking really good this entire race.
Really see back at the 15 car. The 15 right under the nose of his car.
It looks like Burrow's got a little bit smoother on his drive outs. He hasn't been burning his tires near as much on those lower drive outs.
Now,
he may be able to make up some time.
I was looking at Skylar, who was really a little bit off the pace there a little bit, but the 99, who is Silverthorne right now, battling in lap traffic, the 23 and Kenton Crossland battling each other, and that is not for any spots. Kenton's actually on that low side, trying to, you know, give way a little bit to the 99, who, you know, is on the lead lap, but unfortunately, the 99 and Kenton's actually running really good laps. You know, she's not super fast, but not doing too bad.
I think the last thing Crossland wants is another incident on the list that could end up ending his race.
That's true. How many incidents does he have?
It will not tell me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. They actually got an instant limit. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's something you gotta watch out for, especially here.
Yeah, this has definitely been a incident-heavy course, and it's not, you know, not any reason to think nothing of it.
Yeah, I don't have it as well.
It looks like Nelson's just extending that lead on Burrows as Burrows just keeps trying to get anything to go.
Yeah,
and it looks like his tires might be gone.
And see, the same thing happened last night though for Burrows. He burnt his tires out too early. So the question is, did he learn anything from that K&N race? It's pretty much like a Cup driver driving an Xfinity race. Did he learn anything from that race to help him on this race?
Well, it seems his tires lasted a little bit longer this time, but it looks like it came to the same result as Benjamin Nelson just keeps extending that lead as Anthony keeps trying to push it.
A little bit faster last time by. This time by, we'll see. He's just a slight bit faster, but the gap is slowly starting to close, it looks like. Not much.
Yeah, it looks like it's slowly closing by about half a hundredth a lap as Benjamin Nelson will overtake lap traffic, which may lose him a little bit of time running through this, and he'll get the run out of the corner.
And we've seen that last night as well.
Yeah, lap traffic definitely came a bit of a slow up for the leader and hindered passing for the guy in second place.
I also want to mention that Delaney Dunn is going to jump into the top 10 most likely. And not only that, she had a chance to actually take a ninth off Eric Borelli.
Looks like she's just coasting for laps.
Did Eric Borelli disconnect?
Yeah, Eric Borelli did disconnect from the race.
So most likely, she's going to actually go into the ninth position. Yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. That'd be a good run for her, even though she's been up and down the entire race.
Yeah, her getting into the top 10 after what ended up happening early on in the race, I think that's a bit of a morale booster for her, being that she could have been in 14th position, but she's ending up getting in 9th.
Right on board here with the 99. Watch what happens coming off the turn. He gets really loose running behind Kent Crossland, and back and kicks out from him a little bit. He does a great job on saving it. That could have been devastating, to be honest. He could have been through out there.
Yeah, when you get into those ruts and the back end kicks out, there's nothing you can do once that car starts sliding. It's just a one-way ticket to the wall, and you get to watch the show.
For what I usually do is the 01 scrapes the wall. But what I usually do is I actually sometimes keep my wheel completely straight and hope it works back around. By the way, right there, a hard hit, 15, gets into the back of the 01 of Kim Short.
15's he's been really working his time up, cutting off 3/10 in the last 5 laps, but that damage definitely something he did not want, as he will lose a 10th on this lap.
And I also want to mention there. Hold on. I thought there's about to be a pass here, I think, soon. If this keeps going, Kent Crossland actually has a chance to work into the top 5. You see the 60 there. He is currently 1 lap ahead of the 46 or 16, or I'm sorry, the 40 or 16 and 60. So Kent needs to get around the 60 as he almost loses it. He is going to get around him. So James is trying to do everything he can to hold on to 5th place. But I'm going to be completely honest, it's going to be tough to keep Kent behind him, because with 29 laps to go, Kent still has a chance to get the top 5, which would be huge for him, to be honest, at Bristol. He actually takes his place.
He's been having problems this entire race, and noticeably so. He didn't get a qualifying lap, and going back to that lap down he was starting in, and James Finn with that bad front end damage, will he be able to hold it? That's the question.
You can see right here, Skylar Allen currently running 3rd, has nothing really big to worry about at the moment. Trying just to hold on and finish in the top 3, that would be a big win for him, if he's able to hold on to 3rd place.
And it's looking like actually Benjamin Nelson and Anthony Burrows will catch the 96 of Skylar Allen.
Now, the only problem
I'm
seeing is the last few laps, Silverthorne, to see him right here, he's not very far behind Skylar Allen. Now, that is a battle for the lead, or that is
battle
a
for 4th or 3rd.
So
yeah, he's really got to He's really got to start watching how his tires are being, because Prather's been slowly working his way up, and Skylar may be in trouble.
2/10 faster was Silverthorne over Skylar Allen. So this is going to be big. Now, if he does get lucky here and catch a caution, then he'll be fine. But, you know, we're going to wait and see.
Yeah, Silverthorne's been really looking good as the runs go on. He doesn't suffer as much tire fall off, as he doesn't get those 14.3 laps in like Anthony Burrows and Benjamin Nelson have been getting those fast laps, burn those tires.
I don't think we're going to see Skylar lay over here. He is going to go to the high side, which he's been running there, but 46 is going to get around him. But I didn't think he'd give it up too easy. He's still going to push hard here to try to stay on that first one lap down. Last time by, I do want to say that Silverthorne was 5/10 faster than Skylar. Now
he's really cutting that time, and they're in the same corner now.
That's going to be a big race, possibly, between the two guys.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to end up being, Prather's going to catch him the next couple laps, and it's going to be a fight.
Now, have I seen this right? Kenton and James Finn, are they on the same lap?
It looks like James Finn is still a lap ahead of Kenton Crossland.
So he should be able to hold on to 5th place, possibly.
He should be all.
Yeah, unless something happens.
And it's looking like Anthony might have been saving a little bit as he's slowly cutting that lead again.
You are right about that.
As the battle for first goes on.
We're actually watching two battles right now between. Here comes Silverthorne about to catch the back end of Skylar. This is a battle for third, so this is a big pass right here if Silverthorne can get it. His car actually.
Yeah, Silverthorne will look to the inside, which has been a little bit slower, but can he make it work? As Skylar gets a little bit of the wall, and Prather will make an attempt on the bottom as they will run side by side through the straight stretch.
Skylar's really pushing it right there.
Is really not looking at giving up that top 3 position, and Prather's just
I
running
don't know
that,
where Skylar
that
was, but that was a great run through that corner. We'll see if he carries out. And he will hold on to it for now. I don't know where that Skylar was, but now we're starting to see the aggression back out of him.
Yeah, he's starting to look like he's really kind of edged off. So the 23 may look to make it note he'll lift off and let them pass, as it almost went 3 wide there.
Yeah, Skylar may have just tapped the wall a little bit. Here we go, side by side. Now has to check up a little bit, not to get into the back.
That was close. Happening with the leaders.
Well, the 96 just hit the wall as well.
Looks like he'll switch to the middle line and try to get the run off the bottom to negate Prather from getting that low line pass.
It's a great battle here for the 3rd spot. Side by side now.
And Skylar will get a little bit loose out of that last corner, but he'll manage to keep the momentum he had.
Both of them a little bit loose there. 99 may just be a little bit more loose on exit. And Skylar going to hold on to it for now.
Yeah, we've seen the 99 car off the corners. He's definitely had a loose car all night running those corners.
He backs up his corner right there just a little bit. It did help him on the exit, but he's not going to be able to get side by side with Skylar just yet. Oh, the 99 is going to go around. He does save it, but he's going to definitely lose time. That should allow Skylar to actually finish 3rd.
Yeah, we've got 10 to go, I think.
9 to go.
9 to go.
Actually, coming to 8
9 to go. 8 to go, and it's definitely looking like Prather's got a lot of time to make up from that mistake, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Looks like him and Skylar are going to be running near mirrored laps with the tires they're running. And Benjamin Nelson extends his lead to just a little over a second, as he's not faltering off his laps at all and making no mistakes.
I don't want to say domination, but when you lead over 140 laps, I guess you can kind of say that's domination.
You can definitely say that it's definitely been looking good for Benjamin the whole night. He's been running clean laps and keeping himself out of trouble and making sure his tires stay fast.
Yeah, I agree completely with that. See right now, 136 laps left, coming up on Delaney Dunn, who's going to pull off to the apron. And she's
That
actually
looks
going to
like-
finish in the 9th position with 5 laps to go. Anthony Burrows not quite as fast as our leader. By the way, I don't know what happened to Skyler, but he just lost. We got a battle back there again. They're side by side once again.
And will Prather be able to take it this time? As Skyler will get a good run out of the corner using that bottom line. Maybe his tires are set up for that bottom line right now, and Prather will get into the wall, and Skyler will make same contact.
Oh man, Skyler's really working hard right now, guys.
This is heating up.
Keeping an eye on both of these battles right now. Nothing's changed up front. The gap has actually grown a little bit. 99 with a good run off the corner. This is going to come down to the last lap.
Oh, these guys are going to be side by side the whole rest of the way. And Prather will get a little bit of run on the inside, but the runs out on the bottom line haven't been as good as the top line. So
Nelson's
it's been
gonna
top
see
line
the white
advantage.
flag. We are going to
Actually, Prather will get an even run coming to the corner, and he'll actually take the position away. Oh, Skyler gets a run.
We got a
really
cut wreck on the backstretch, and winner is going to be Benjamin Nelson. The battle is still going to be for 3rd place as fireworks go off. Can Skyler? No, hard into the wall.
And Prather will take that 3rd place position.
Yeah, you got to give
Skyler
him
will
credit,
take 4th.
though.
It's still a great run.
Yeah, very good run. We're going to interview Skyler as well, just because that was a great run by him. So we're going to bring in our winner, Benjamin Nelson, who does put on a heck of a show. 142 laps left here tonight. And once again, is your winner for the 4th time this season.
And I think this is the 2nd race in a row. I believe he got the win at Texas, too.
I believe it is. As Benjamin Nelson picks up the win. Benjamin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Once again, winner 4 times this season already. Led a race, laps led 142 laps. Talk us through your night.
Oh man, I've had a long night. My teammate over on 24 Hours of Nürburgring, he's working his butt off by himself right now just so I could run this race, and I'm glad I could bring home a win. My hands are really hurting, gripping the wheel so tight. It was such a good battle with Anthony. It sucks what happened to JR there, but you know, in the heat of the moment, you just get you get heated. It was such a great race, though. I love Bristol.
Real fast, you are actually streaming on YouTube as well for the Nürburgring 24. Give a shout out to the channel that y'all are actually streaming on if you know it. And so guys can come over and watch you all compete in that as well.
Oh yeah, it's my own personal channel. It's in there to it. So like IN and then there and then to it. That's the number 2 and then it. It's all one word.
Go check that out. Benjamin Nelson, a great win here again tonight. Back-to-back wins, I believe. Going to Richmond next week, another short track. How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty confident. I feel pretty confident about Richmond. Bristol is not exactly the same type of track, but it's a lot of the same characteristics of the way you drive the track. So I'm excited for it. And just a little note with the channel, I'm not streaming right now because I have to be here, but right when I get off of here, I'll be streaming there.
All right, sounds great. Gives me something to watch. Good job, man. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Cedric Hunter, my teammate's driving right now, and you guys for putting on such a great podcast. Anthony Burrows for such a great race. Had so much fun. And Skylar Allen for putting on a great league.
Good run, man, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in Anthony Burrows, and I don't think, yes, Silverstone is in here, so we'll get him as well, and then we'll also talk to Skylar here tonight as well. Hey, Anthony, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
And once again, a 2nd place finish after 2 2nd place finish here at Bristol, I guess you could say, after last night's K&N race. Did you have anything there for the 46?
I feel like at the beginning of the run I had something for him, but he was just out of here on the long runs, just like the 21 was last night.
Multiple grooves we've seen ran here early on in the run, and it moved up the track, you know, as your normal high line at Bristol would. During this race, did you find that you was faster, you know, more faster early? I mean, of course you said early on in the run, but did you find yourself getting more fast in a certain area of the run, whether it be the high line or the low line, compared to the 46, any turns or anything like that?
I feel like later in the run the high side was starting to come in, but yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the run the middle of the high lane in 1 and 2 is the best, and then as the run went along, the high side was dominant lane.
Oh, another good run. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
you guys putting on the league, putting on the broadcast.
Good job, man. Congratulations. Another number 2 run again.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we'll bring in, how do you say his name?
I think it's Prather Silverthorne.
Okay, real fast. How do you say your first name?
It's Prather.
Okay, thank you very much.
I was right.
You was right. All right, so we are bringing in Prather Silverthorne, who gets a 3rd place, I believe, actually his highest finish of the season so far. Started back in 12th. Talk us through your night, man. That was a lot of work there for you to finish in top 3.
Getting in the practice session, I knew it was going to be tough. After about 5 laps, you just couldn't trust the car coming out of the corner. So I just rode around, kept it clean, and was there at the end.
We've seen you and Skylar really battling out for like the last, 15 or so laps, man. I mean, that was some great racing, really short track style racing. If you would have had any more time, do you think that you possibly could have caught Anthony or Benjamin to hopefully, move up a little bit and try to get either 2nd or a win?
No, they were way faster. I had nothing for those guys.
Next week we head to Richmond. What's your thoughts on that track? How do you think you'll do?
I'll do okay. I really like Phoenix, and Richmond is kind of similar, sort of. So should be a good week.
Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Nah,
All right.
put me on the spot here.
You're good. No problem at all. Good job. 3rd place. Definitely a good run.
Thanks.
Thank you, man. All right, next up we're going to bring in Skylar Allen, who had his work cut out for him tonight. Started way back in 15th, managed to finish 4th after almost having 3rd. We'll bring him in. Hey, Skylar, you there? Skylar Allen, you got a copy? He is not there. That is disappointing, Skylar.
Yes.
Real fast, we'll look at the results. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on the race while we take a peek at the results.
My thoughts on the race were this is definitely what I kind of walked in expecting. A bit of a caution frenzy, but the racing was absolutely fantastic. A lot of side-by-side racing, and once again, a lot of clean driving by these lapped cars that are racing around each other very hard, and they were not actually wrecking each other at all, which I was actually very surprised to see.
I got to give a shout out to Kenton Crossland. He was able to actually get into the top 5. I did not know that, so he must have made a pass on the last lap as well over James Fitt, who finished the 6th. Delaney Dunn, good run by her. Also, the 65 of Austin Man, who managed somehow to finish in 8th after getting a little bit of damage there. Eric Borelli does finish 10th. Got to be disappointing for him. Lana Lacey 11th. Kim Short got to be disappointed as well after a good qualifying run and the wheel disconnect. Definitely not happy with that. As you can see, I've just been poked on TeamSpeak, and Kenton's very happy about 5th. Eric Minch finishes in 13th. J.R. Smith 14th. Daryl Rector finishes in 15th, and Dylan Bose finishes in 16th. Real fast, we'll see. Hey, Skylar, you there? I am not hearing him.
No, he's not there.
Oh, you got me?
There he is.
Oh, now we got him.
Hey, Skylar, you there?
10 for. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, talk us through the last couple laps, man. You had your work cut out for you. Started 15th, managed to somehow get up to 3rd at one point. Actually led a couple laps here, led 10 laps tonight. You had your work cut out there for you at the end of the race, but somehow still brought it home in 4th.
Yeah, first of all, before I get into anything, I want to apologize to Eric. I don't know what happened there on the track. I haven't had a chance to look at a replay and see if it was my fault. If it was, I sincerely apologize to him. Definitely not what I wanted to have happen. Having a good race. Track position tonight was key. I felt like being up toward the front was going to keep me out of trouble. And I knew I couldn't qualify toward the front, so my best bet was to hope for an early caution, stay out, garner track position, and I did that, and it worked out to my benefit. I think I got my highest finish of the year so far in the Xfinity Series, so proud of that. I want to thank all the guys at Lazy Days Racing, all the guys that helped me put on Go Fast Racing League. This is awesome. The work you guys do in the broadcast booth, I can't thank you guys enough, and I look forward to Richmond next week.
Real fast, I got to mention, we talked about you at the during the middle of this race. You was super aggressive tonight, and I'm going to be honest. Curtis, you can be honest as well. You was honest with me about it. I like seeing that aggression out of you. Do you think this kind of aggression will carry over to Richmond?
I don't know. I feel like I was driving with kind of a mission tonight. It's been a long off week. It's been a lot transpired in the off week away from racing, and it just kind of ready to go this week. And I don't really feel like I was very. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was being super aggressive, but Bristol's a track that I enjoy. It's high banked. I like short tracks. I just don't like flat short tracks. And Bristol's got high banks, and it's easy, you know. And if you can get your car hooked up on the bottom or the top, you know, and just figure out how to drive the car where the others aren't, you can make those passes. Big shout out to Prather there in the 99. Him and I had a hell of a battle coming there to the end, and we were racing side by side. It was a lot of fun, and unfortunately he got the better end of it, and you know, we went on to finish fourth. So on to Richmond.
Good run, man. I know you've got some stuff going on, so once again, we're all thinking about it. So go out there and do good next week, man. It was good to see you run up front tonight.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You as well.
Well, Curtis, that's going to wrap up Bristol. That was a fun race. We had 9 cautions for 45 laps out of the scheduled 187, so that's not too bad, to be completely honest. That's going to do it, though, guys, for us tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll be the one broadcasting, unless they get the race in at Bristol tomorrow night. If not, it will be on Hal Stevens' channel, Sinister Squirrel Dev. But make sure y'all hit subscribe on here. I'm sure I should be here. The race will probably be rained out tomorrow, so... and we'll be live tomorrow from Talladega Super Speedway for a CFR Championship. Almost going into the second round of the chase. Tomorrow's the end of the first round. Curtis Martin's going to be in that as well. Curtis, that should be fun.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, but I'm definitely a little nervous because those wrecks are not avoidable.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Talk to y'all tomorrow. God bless, and talk to you soon. Curtis, anything else to say?
See you guys for the explosive wreck fest that is Dega.
See you guys.